believe it's in a fragile state?
I think it is extremely fragile because Israel agreed to the 20-point plan presented by the Americans, and Trump declared Saturday, a week and a half ago, that Hamas has chosen peace, implicitly that Hamas has also agreed. But we never heard this from Hamas. There are two things that are getting in the way right now. The first is the dispute over the bodies of dead hostages. There are, we believe, 28. Hamas has only returned 4. I think the Israelis can accept that some of them may be hard to find because of the degree of ruination in Gaza. They can't accept the 24, the 28 are hard to find. They're convinced that Hamas is playing games and wants to hold on to the bodies for future leverage, which suggests the second big problem, that Hamas believes it has a future in Gaza. The 20-point plan calls on Hamas disarming and making way entirely for an alternative Palestinian governance, backed by international and regional assistance of every kind, the Global Oversight Committee chaired by Trump and all the rest of it. It's quite clear that Hamas is not necessarily adhering to any of that. This is the main issue.
You could also say that Israel isn't living up to its side of the bargain either. It's limiting aid. It's not even letting in half the number of trucks that it agreed it would.
Yeah, because they believe that Hamas is in violation of its commitment to return all the hostages. Look, the aid issue is resolvable within 2 seconds if they just turn it back on. The big issue is the fundamental question of whether Hamas disarms. I don't know how you get around that, because this is a bedrock Israeli demand, and I do believe that the alternative governance that Gaza clearly needs desperately, that the people of Gaza obviously need, the reconstruction and the proper governance and all the rest of it, it's desperately needed. I don't think that can happen, no matter what Israel does, if Hamas doesn't actually disarm. So right now, this is kind of the be-all and end-all of hopes for implementing the proposal, the deal, and an end to the war. I think the mediators, Qatar, Turkey, Egypt, must step in and ensure that Hamas really has accepted the 20-point plan.
A lot of people were criticising it as soon as it was released, saying that it's just so vague. There is no real detail after you get through the first few steps.